The most exciting time is upon us as we are officially on the road to WrestleMania. Now, prior to the biggest event in all of wrestling is the infamous Royal Rumble match, whereas this year, under the creative direction of Triple H, has certainly built the intrigue of wrestling fans everywhere. Now, lately, there have been a lot of speculation on who is to come out the winner of the grand event. There are rumors swirling around the net speculating that the most electrifying man in sports and entertainment, The Rock, will finally return and win to set up the long-awaited dream match between the Great One and the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. However, since the unexpected grand return of the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes, there are those in upper management who have long since planned out that if The Rock weren't able to appear at the Rumble, that Cody Rhodes would then be considered as the first in line as the victor. Then there are those who feel that if both parties are able to make the Royal Rumble event, who would win? Then you have to add in the factor that Roman Reigns is the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, carrying 2 belts defended on both shows, with the Tribal Chief mainly appearing on SmackDown. There are also rumors speculating that taking off one of the titles of Roman Reigns, because it has been said that the USA Network is requesting that Raw would have a world champion. The question is, how would they book it? So strap on your seatbelts, thank God you're aboard, and let's take off. This is your captain speaking. Welcome to Top Flight Wrestling. Here's how to book the men's 2023 Royal Rumble match. Now, before we begin, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click the bell icon so you can get notified of all the new content. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram for wrestling updates. Now, here's how to book the Royal Rumble. Just a quick side note, I suspect Edge to make his return, as well as the return of Matt Cardona, formerly known as Zack Ryder, a surprise entry of the newly signed Dragon Lee, and hopefully the return of Big E. Those are just a few of my predictions on Royal Rumble entrants. So to begin with, let's take a trip down memory lane. In the 1994 Royal Rumble, both Bret the Hitman Hart and Lex Luger went over the top rope at the same time, causing both of them to get eliminated simultaneously. Now, neither referee could conclude who won, so WWE management ruled it a tie, causing the first and only time ever where 2 men to have won the Royal Rumble match. WWE management also decided that both men should receive a chance to face the champion Yokozuna at the show shows at WrestleMania 10, with Lex Luger failing at his attempt, but it was later on in the night where Bret the Hitman Hart took advantage of a mistake by Yokozuna and got the win. So how does that pertain to today? Well, in this fantasy booking, the last 9 participants before the number 30 is revealed would be Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Big E, Edge, Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor, Ricochet, Gunther, and Austin Theory. All of a sudden, the countdown begins and The Rock makes his way down the ramp. The whole crowd is shook as the crowd is elated as the Great One makes his way down to the ring while that idiot Michael Cole is screaming on the headset. The Rock storms in and starts laying the smackdown, tossing Finn Balor over the top ropes, and then he throws out Austin Theory. Rollins then attacks The Rock to slow him down. Meanwhile, Ricochet tries a high-flying move on Bobby Lashley only to see himself get eliminated. All hell breaks loose, and then it comes down to the last 4, the final 4, Seth Rollins, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, and The Rock. Gunther tries to eliminate The Rock, but he miscues and ends up being thrown over the top rope. Meanwhile, Cody and Seth Rollins are continuing their rivalry. Seth Rollins tries to superplex off the top rope Falcon Arrow combo, only for Cody to reverse it in mid-flight and then position himself to push Rollins into The Rock's direction, tossing him over the top rope. Now we're down to the final 2. Both stare at the WrestleMania sign and point. Cody hammers away on The Rock. Then the crowd starts chanting back and forth, "Let's go Rocky, Cody Rhodes. Let's go Rocky, Cody Rhodes." After a grueling exchange for about 7 minutes, including trading finishers, Cody goes for his second attempt at Crossroads. This time, The Rock counters into a body slam position to toss him over the top rope, while both men's feet go over the top rope and they both touch the floor at the same time. The 2 referees at ringside argue over who actually won. Adam Pearce makes his way down to the ring without tearing both of his quads and says the official decision will be made tomorrow night on Raw, but for now, the winners of the Royal Rumble are now both Cody Rhodes and The Rock. The next night on Raw, Adam Pearce comes down to the ring to explain the controversial finish of last night's match. Before he can even get his decision off, he gets cut off by the Bloodline. Roman Reigns makes his way down to the ring with both belts in hand after defeating Kevin Owens. All members of the Bloodline are present with the exception of Paul Heyman, who was injured at the hands of Kevin Owens the night before. Roman Reigns proceeds to tell Adam Pearce that he doesn't make the decisions around here, the Tribal Chief does. He ends up telling Pearce that at WrestleMania, he should have both nights off because he's the GOAT. He's beaten them all, and why set up the inevitable when clearly after the end of Mania, he is still walking out the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, and that the WWE is nothing without Roman Reigns. Not some washed up has-been who's gone Hollywood actor who couldn't run things the way he was running it. Not some crybaby charity case who just left WWE because things weren't going his way and he couldn't hack it to start his own second-rate company, only for them to realize he was nothing and now crawls back trying to accomplish a dream that his dad wasn't good enough to achieve. Cody Rhodes' theme plays and then comes out to plead his case, but he's interrupted by The Rock. The Rock proceeds to berate everyone in the bloodline. He tells Cody that he has a lot of respect for his father and he has a lot of respect for Cody himself, but he needs this match against Roman Reigns to show him who is the real head of the table. Cody Rhodes says he respects The Rock as well, but he did not come out here to play second fiddle to him, but to fulfill his lifelong dream to win the undisputed championship. Adam Pearce then says that he has to take his decision under more advisement. By the end of the night, everyone will have a decision on what he decides as the main event of WrestleMania. Later on in the night, the Bloodline is backstage talking. Reigns says if Pearce doesn't make the right decision, he'll make sure that no one makes it to WrestleMania, period. The Bloodline will tear the entire WWE apart if they have to. Sami Zayn then steps up and says, what would Paul Heyman do at a time like this? What would he tell the tribal chief? Sami volunteers his services as the honorary wise man for the evening while Paul Heyman is away injured. Now Adam Pearce will have no choice but to submit to the tribal chief's demands because he has a convincing argument. In the main event segment of the night, Pearce makes his way down to the ring once again. Once again, when he tries to give his verdict for the whole Royal Rumble fiasco, all of a sudden, Roman Reigns' music hits and the entire bloodline comes to the stage. Sami Zayn then tries to plead his case by making his way down to the ring to talk to Pearce. Pearce interrupts Sami Zayn and says he has had many scenarios playing on in his head about this whole situation. He thought The Rock should fight Cody Rhodes at the Elimination Chamber Premium Live event to determine who would be the victor to go on to face Roman Reigns. Or he thought a triple threat match at WrestleMania. But then, since Sami Zayn has talked about Roman Reigns is the WWE and WWE is nothing without Roman Reigns, he has an even better idea. Because he's so sick of the bloodline trying to think that they run things, not only will we see the tribal chief in the main event of night 1 of WrestleMania, but also night 2. Because on night 1, Roman Reigns will defend the WWE Championship against Cody Rhodes. And on night 2, Roman Reigns will defend his Universal Championship against none other than The Rock. After looking absolutely stunned in the ring, Sami Zayn drops his microphone. Adam Pearce makes his way out of the ring. Meanwhile, a heated Roman Reigns makes his way down to the ring, ready to destroy Sami Zayn. Initially, Roman keeps his cool and he plays it off like nothing is wrong. And eventually, he just starts beating the living hell out of Sami Zayn. He picks up the microphone and tells Sami Zayn that he's a disgrace, and he officially kicks him out of the bloodline. There you have it, guys. That's how to book the Men's Royal Rumble 2023. Hope it's exciting for you to hear as much as it was exciting for me to actually write it. I think that it'll be an awesome storyline going forward. It's just a way, for WWE to try to flip things around to make things a little bit more exciting. Not only that, it gives us an opportunity to see 2 amazing main events. I mean, who doesn't want to see Cody Rhodes go one-on-one against Roman Reigns and actually have his moment? And who wouldn't want to see The Rock finally go one-on-one with Roman Reigns? That would be so epic, just to see the 2 cousins just beat the living hell out of each other. And I'm anxious to see, just like you guys, what kind of storyline that they will put together to see both of them face each other going down the road. So that's my fantasy booking. I'm hoping you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think about the booking in the comment section below. And guys, if you could please subscribe to this channel to help the movement of this entire Top Flight Wrestling podcast. I appreciate every single one of you guys who watch every single video to its conclusion. More new content, fantasy booking, who would have won, all that type of stuff is still coming on the way. So I appreciate you guys. Remember always to love God, love wrestling, and stay fly. Peace.